Hello guys, welcome back. It's your host Ray Sabbath of the MHG. He's in the files. Today we're going to be playing a special stream. Listen, you can call me lazy, but I don't really want to play my Minecraft world for a bit. So I'll be playing one of my special worlds. World where I build literally every model turbine I can find. Currently, in this world, I have every Vestas branded turbine, and I have begun building the General Electric ones. And after that, I'll probably do like Nordex or some shit. Maybe Siemens. I like Siemens. Siemens is. Yep, and here we go. We have the biggest problem with the wind park I have is that now all of the freaking things are now corroded. Yeah, no wonder they're all done. Like, they all corroded because the tick speed is so high. So we're gonna fill this patch in. This is built for representation. So, if you guys would love to look at this, this is my very, very special Vestas V23615. So, this is the biggest wind turbine I have on my thing, on this world. It is the biggest current operating wind turbine on the Earth as this stream. It is 236 meters wide. It has 15 megawatt base capacity, which is absolutely goddamn enormous. It can generate a whopping 93 gigawatt hours a year, which is stupid considering the ones at my house can generate 4. This thing is a behemoth. I mean, just look, by the way, this is a 1-to-1 scale. A 1-to-1 scale, by the way. Remember that. So, look at me compared to the tip of the blade. I consider that this is a very good representation. Now, here's the Vestas V174s, I believe. No, yeah, these are V174s. Yep, and these are Vestas V164s. And over here is the one turbine unit I've been tracking, which is the Vestas V150, which I can make an addition to because there is a change. It does not look like this. Actually, yeah, we're going to change the radiator because the radiator does not look like this on this model. So if you're wondering what the hell the black things are on the back of the turbines, those are radiators, and they help cool the thing off. Because when you spin a shaft so much speed a second, you're going to generate a metric shit ton of heat. So you have to dissipate that, or else it'll catch itself on fire. I believe I could place these observers like this. And if I can, then that'll still work. So I will be placing these right here. So I'll take this, and I like to use the deep slate tiles as a radiator. It looks so much like it. So another thing with this unit of turbine is that the radiator kind of sticks out on the edge. Actually, I think I'm going to do one out. So this is what the radiator looks like. Hello, viewer. And I can personally say this is what it looks like. The blades, I think I'll change this another time. In fact, this model actually has the blade, the rotor up apart, just upwards. And if you guys wonder how I know this, it's because I've literally been recording them for the past month and a half. Oh, and it's getting nighttime. So if we go night, it's going to do its thing. So yeah, the radiator sticks out on the edge like that. And back here is what was previous the biggest wind turbine in the United States on shore, which is this is the Vestas V162, and this is the 5.6 megawatt version, and they can go up to 5.6, 6, and then 7.2s, if I'm not wrong. This is a V155, I believe. No, this is Vestas. Oh no, this is the V162. This is a Vestas V155. Which is this 155? I believe it is. Yup, which these were built for India, and they have 3.3 megawatt capacity. And the reason they're built for India is, if I'm not wrong, India has very low wind speeds. Here's the V150 in Ventus. And then here, behind here, I believe, this is the normal V150. This is a 4.2 megawatt variant, with the V150 being produced in the V150 4.2 and the V150 4.5. So the corner, the little edge, how it has a triangle, is the 4.2 variants, whereas when it has this flat radiator protector, which I love this. I love this radiator protector. When it doesn't have like the corners on it, it's a 4.5. However, I will say anything after the Vestas V100 to like Vestas V163 is very hard to distinguish. You can kind of dumb it down with the size, but that's beyond my point. And then that's a Vestas V138 Inventus. It's the first Inventus of the entire Inventus line. And the Inventus is a modular turbine, and these guys are supposed to last about 60 plus years, triple the average length of average lifespan of a full turbine. And they're modular, if I didn't mention, which means you could literally modify them. Really cool. I'll get to that. But this is a Vestas V136, I believe. Yeah, it's a 136, and this particularly, I think that's a 4.5. That's a 3.45. But they can go up to 3.5 megawatts, which have that flat plate. Here's another 4.5 megawatt unit, and that's the 4.5 right there. We have a couple of those in Illinois. This is a V126, and then it goes V112. There's a 126. It's a 112. No, it's a 120, and it goes, I think, 117. Yep, there's a V117, and then it goes V112, or V116, and no, I know there's a V112. There's a V112. Yep, there's a V112. And then over here, let's see, this is a V105, and then there's another one that I think that was a 103, which I believe was this one. Or was a V105. I need to put the shaft sizes here. V100, I have a couple of these. I've seen a couple V100s. East Central Illinois. And here are some of the older ones. This, I think, is a That's a V100. This is a V90 or a V80. Oh, no, that's a 90. 90. And then here, that's a... This is a V80. That's a V80. If I remember right. 52. No, that's one of the older ones. V52. And then, where's the NMs? I think, yeah, this is the end of, like, the older models right here. And then they start right... Oh, my God. They start right back over here with the NMs. Yep, there's the V52 NMs. And they work their way up. And then over here I've started... Oh, by the way, here's a map of my chaos. And there is the first Vestas ever made. So just compared to that other one that we literally saw, look how tiny this little guy is. It's a 10 megawatt. And if you got 10 megawatts off this bad boy, wind would dominate coal. like when I say dominate, I mean like literally coal would just be dead. Like there wouldn't be like, oh, there's a little bit. No, there'd be nothing if this thing could get 10 megawatts. This is 10 meters at 30 kilowatts. Yeah, 10 meters wide, and this is how big it was. And these were built in the 1980s, specifically I think 1985. Which is called the HVK V10. And these were developed in secrecy to avoid lambastation, if that's a word. But once they started to actually figure out, hey, maybe this is a good business, they then started making them. And over here is GE. And I'm pretty sure the first ones, they made their, is it GE 52 meter rotor. I think it's 52 meter rotor with 500 kilowatt capacity. Oh, it's a 46. It's a GE 600A. Forgot. Here's the very first GEs. They weren't that special. Unlike Vestas, GE started way later than Vestas, but they started with a larger rotor, whereas Vestas started with the 10s and worked their way up. These guys started at 46. Nothing really too advantageous about that. It just means they went into the game way later than their competitors. But here's one of the most notable models of America. If you're an American citizen, you know what, you've probably seen these. These are GE 1.5 SLEs. And if you don't think you've seen them, I guarantee if you live near turbines in the US, you have. So this is the GE 1.5 series, and it looks exactly like this. So, where is the specific SLEs? So 1.5 was split into, there's SE, there's 1.5S, 1.5 SE, 1.5 SL, 1.5 SLE, 1.5 and 1.5 XL. So let's see, right? So there was the 1.5S, 1.5 SL, 1.5 SE, 1.5 SLEs, and 1.5 XLEs. And the difference between these letters is the size. So for example, in S, so I'm pretty sure standard, S means standard. So they came with 70.5 meter rotors. This is pure autism right here. And the SL is standard length, I believe, and they came with 77 meter rotors. SEs came with, I think, standard extended came with 70.5 meter rotors. Standard length extended, which SLE, for 77 meters, and an extra length extended, XLEs were 82.5 meters. So the difference between those letters, hi Christian, is that they had different what do you call it, lengths of rotor sizes. And you've probably seen these guys before. This is exactly what they look like. They are absolutely dotted across America. Like they're probably one of the most common ones. But that is not their most advanced one. There's the XLEs. I know, I saw you. Hello. Are you that Christian gamer guy that I keep seeing? Oh shit. It makes you think. Can you imagine being a technician working up here and dropping a wrench at the bottom and not having one on your hand? That's gotta suck. You have to go all the way down, pick it up, and go back up. That sucks. How many views today? Got like 8 on my coin stream. Up here is... I'm not really educated on all the GE models. A lot of these didn't have any pictures, so I had to substitute. Or not a lot, but a couple of them had no pictures, so I had to guess what they looked like. But this is the newer GE hub, and the nacelles, they're very tiny. I don't know what they are. This is like the new generation of them. 2.3, 127s, and it's 69 meters at minimum. Let's see, 2.3. So this is a 2X series. 2.3. That 2.3 is the power, and that 127 is the rotor. So it's got a 2.3 megawatt with a 123 meter rotor. 2.3, 127. Oh, I'm like, why is it minimum? It's not broken. This is the smallest that this particular model can be built at. This information I'm speaking to you, you will not care, and you will not ever be helped by it, but this is my autism kicking in. So these two are the same model. This is the shortest you can get it, a little baby one, and that's the tallest you can get them. Where's the 2.8 127s, which they're everywhere now. There's a 2.5 127. You know what really sucks is that the hub, the nacelles, I have a very specific like block to place them at. Like the structure block to place them. Oh, thanks. You're my 599 sub, dude. Thanks. But I had structure blocks, and I had the exact coordinates of which to place them and to adjust them. And I'd always remember them, and I forgot. I'm a dumbass. Ugh. This one doesn't even have a sign in front of it. The good thing is I built these in order, so we can easily deduce what they are. So, like, what is this one? It doesn't even have a sign on it. Damn. 3.0S. I could not find any pictures for this, so I had to guess what this one looked like. But I know this one is before the, thing. It's before... So I can easily deduce what these were, because the good thing I have a list in front of me which I was building. 2.8 100. Oh my gosh. 2.8 2.85 100. Okay, so there's 2.8 100 with a 75 meter shaft. So before this is a 2.8. Before me is a 2.8 132 at a 100 meter shaft. .8. That's a 132. You know, I just realized if I really don't have the blocks, I could just remake them. It's not that big of a deal. It's 150 meters tall. You're smart. Thank you. Well, I would honestly argue nerdy, right? Let's say you probably don't know anything about wind turbines. Does that mean you're stupid? No. It just means you don't know about wind turbines. It doesn't make you smart or stupid. That makes me one huge nerd. I mean, I should know about these because it's literally going to be my job. I'm going to school for this. Okay, this is a GE. Actually, you know what? Here, give me a second. Watch this, chat. You want to see something actually smart, though? Look at this. Now, if I remember right, you go here, you click this, select all, copy, and you just go over here and you can paste it. Now you gotta clear this. Paste. Now, this is a 130 meter shaft. And we just gotta go over here. I wonder where the two, again, I'm gonna find the 2.8127s. This is a 94 meter. Why is it specifically 94 meters? I don't know. I don't make them. They do. I think my 127s are over here. And by the way, again, these turbines are 1-to-1 scale. Ooh, look at that. I have the hub. I have the hub and the blades attached. Those are 104 meter. Okay, that's good to know. Hello, viewer. Welcome to the most autistic, nerdy stream you're ever going to listen to. Be aware, nerdiness levels are at their extreme here. You've been warned. I like that hub design. Am I your only viewer? Not right now, you are. I think they're over here. Wait, which one is this one? Is this a 2.8127? Yes, it is. This is a 2.8127. So a huge controversy surrounded these wind turbines. So GE made these, but they put a shitty bearing in them. And if you don't know what a bearing is, it's what supports a shaft. So inside there's a little spinny shaft. That looks wrong. Shaft, right? So you have to have that whole... Yeah, like, imagine my finger like this, right? It has to hold that shaft into place. That's a bearing. And I don't know if they accidentally, but they made the bearings horrible, and now they have to settle a lawsuit where they have to legally replace every single one's bearing. And the big problem about this is that this is literally one of the most common models ever. Here's an exact copy of what it looks like. See if I can find a good picture of it. Rivian has one of these in their property. So if you guys don't know what company Rivian is, they make electrical cars in a city near me called Bloomington, Illinois. They got a back view of it. But I really like the hub design because the hub is this ball and it has this little divot inside of it. I'm trying to find a good picture of one. That is, I'm nerdy. This is a 3.6 134 or 137. It's a 3.4137. And there's a video online, a very good one, of one starting up. And this is the world's tallest wind turbine. It is a GE, what is it? It's a 3.4. Actually, it might be a... It's a Gale. It's one of the Geldorf wind turbines. 3.4137. So this is a 1-to-1 scale representation of the world's tallest wind turbine. It is 800 foot tall. So that this is actually how big it is in the real world. Look how keep up the work. Good work. Thank you. This is the last one I worked on before I took my hiatus off this robot. This is a gargantuanly tall wind turbine. So here's the cool thing about this, is that this little battery right here, or this concrete thing, I just gave it away, this is a battery. So what it does is that this is built in Germany. They have this pump water into the battery. It has a bad voice crack. And when they want electricity, they let the water flow out of the battery. And through a turbine, not a wind turbine, but through a water turbine, that'll generate electricity. Because if you don't know how water batteries work, is you pump water when you have excess electricity, and then when you need more, you let it go through a hydro turbine, and it gets you bonus electricity. It's really cool. What would be my next model after the 3.4? I'm on the 3.4 series. There's a 4.x, a 5.x, a 6.x, and they got the Haliade and the Ecos. Eco seems to be a discontinued brand that was swallowed up and possibly even shut down by GE. For example, GE has acquired GE Vernova. GE has acquired Vernova. Actually, no, I'm wrong. So GE is it's actually split, and they did this roughly 2020, and they split into GE Healthcare, GE Vernova, and GE, I think, GE Aerospace, GE Vernova, and GE Healthcare, Aerospace, and Vernova. So GE does not exist as a whole thing anymore. Like, you have GE Lighting, which is not even GE. How many times have I said GE now? But GE, again, General Electric, is one of the biggest electrical corporations of all time. They made motors, I think they made cars, they made washing machines, wind turbines, even miniguns. Yes, they made miniguns. So, yeah, wind turbines are not the only thing GE has made that spins. Has anybody ever heard of something called the M134 Vulcan? Give me a second. So, you know what's funny is that the same corporation, to a certain degree, that made these wind turbines, right here, you see on screen, they made a gun that fires 600 rounds of 30 millimeter per minute. They made a minigun that fires 100 bullets a second. I'm not saying that because, oh, I don't know anything about guns. No, I'm being genuinely serious. 100 bullets a second. It's an M134. I gotta find a video of it. Is this a video of one actually firing? By the way, again, that company made these bad boys, by the way.
It employs a Gatling-style.
They made these, by the way.
Powered externally, typically by an electric motor.
That's 100 bullets a second of 7.62. 6,000 rounds a minute. Yeah, one little tap burst of that thing, and you'll have enough holes to read the whole... If you get tap fired with that thing, you'll be able to read your own obituary through your own body. That's how stupid insane the M134 Vulcan is. It is ridiculously strong. I wonder how hot it gets. Also, by the way, the whole stereotype of miniguns need a time to start up, they don't. They're electrically driven. How much power do they consume? $58 amps at 24 to 28 volts. Are you joking? 1.5 kilowatts. That's not bad. That's actually pretty little. I'd expect to use like 50 kilowatts. But literally every stereotypical video game and minigun came from the M134 Vulcan. Look at this, just shitting out ammo casings. Pretty sure it uses 7.62. Yeah, it does use 7.62. Let's see. So it used to be called GE Power, but then they shut down in 2024, and they would spun off from General Electric to form GE Vernova, which I'm correct. It was GE Vernova. So technically, every wind turbine before 2024 is not GE. Actually, they are GE Vernova because they've been retro named. So like GE Vernova, GE Aerospace, and GE Healthcare are all actually independent companies. They all just have the GE name. They don't actually like represent GE to a certain degree as a whole. But yeah, like hello Christian. But yeah, we're talking these guys made your great-great-grandparents' microwaves. Like these guys were one of the biggest, like before they started splitting up, they essentially were a monopolistic, giant, huge corporation. I mean, I'm talking big, huge corp. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 81 blocks. Mark this one. One day, I'm going to be hopefully working on some of these, on like turbines. Oh my lord. That's a big chunker right there. This is a tall tower. How tall? Like 150 meters? 130. That's 130? I'm pretty sure I'm halfway through the GE line. That's a 3.6. Oh wow. And 30. I have to do, so the rest of the 3.0 line is the 3.8 130. Did you build those? Yes, I did, and I spent too much of my life. Could I be going out and getting a girlfriend, or whatever I like, or whatever I'm interested? Yeah, I could do it. Could I go get another, or second, third job? I could. No, I'm wasting away making turbines on Minecraft. Hey, as long as I'm not doing drugs or committing crimes, I'm pretty good, ain't I? Better than going and getting into gang activity. Although, I would probably not even last my first fist fight if I were in a gang. I'd be shit on. Straight up curb stomped into the ground. So the next one I would have to do is a 3.8130. The good thing about GE is they seem to like using like the same hubs and the same nacelles. And if you don't know what I mean, what the hell did I say? A nacelle? Nacelle, Nacelle, is the box at the top. So this little box right here is the nacelle. It's where the generator sits. And it's where the TCU sits, turbine control unit. You can actually go in each and every one of these. Like here's be the generator. Now most wind turbines today have a elevator. Thank goodness. Now, if you guys want to know what it's like to walk up a flight of stairs of a wind turbine, walk up and down go find a staircase. Walk up and down it. Now do that 39 more times. You're gonna get some exercise, I'll tell you that. You're gonna get some exercise. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Happy holidays, guys. Happy Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you guys celebrate. Oof. Making this one is going to be a pain. No, it's not. I can do it. So, you might be wondering, what the hell is going on with this one? So, do you see this disc in the front? This is what's called a direct drive wind turbine. So, in a normal wind turbine, you have a gearbox. Now, hello, viewer. So, to generate electricity, you have to get a shaft speed for a generator to 1,500 RPM, and the rotor spins on these big ones spins roughly about 10 rotations a minute. Hello, viewer. So that means the blade goes from here, goes all the way around, turns one time, or it turns 10 times a minute. Have you seen the rest of Stranger Things? Oh yeah, like season 5, episode 1 to 4. Yeah, I've seen it. Dude, it's nuts. It's nutty. Yeah, volume 1. So so you might be wondering, how the hell 10 rotations a minute? That's not going to generate electricity, and you're right, it doesn't. So you have to take it into a gearbox and go from 10 rotations a minute to 1,500 times a minute. But what if I told you you don't have to do that? Introducing direct drive, which means that, well, if you take your generator and you make it big, I'm talking like you make it a big boy, you don't have to have a gearbox. So you literally delete lubrication and delete gearbox, which means they last longer. But why don't we do direct drives? Because you have to have a lot of permanent magnets, which are rare and expensive. They're too expensive to make. In fact, the most powerful wind... Oh, that's bad voice crack. The most powerful wind turbine on land was the E126 7.58 from Enercon. But they got so expensive, they had to shut it down. So it's the most powerful right now on land, but they no longer make them. But we're getting close to gearbox-based onshore wind turbines that can get up to 6 megawatts plus. What's up? Oh god, I'd say, is this a random chatter? I said, oh, it's Max. And okay, never mind. I've literally had somebody come in my chat and sexually harass me before. It is so nasty. Like, what drives people to do that shit? I don't even get it. Like, they literally came into my chat and said, no pun intended. They said, oh, I'm gooning you. And I said, yeah, no thank you. You're banned. Hi, twin. By the way, guys, Oh my gosh, this is so far. So, I'm gonna show you the one unit I'm gonna be working on. There's 162s. This is the wind turbine I'm gonna be working on. Hopefully, if I get hired. If I get hired. It's a 1-to-1 scale. It's a V163 4.5. Look at that chunker. And again, this is a 1-to-1 scale. This is how big it is in real life. Except for this is a tiny one, and I actually don't know. They make them at 109. I assume they make 119, 139, and 169 meter shafts. Give me a second. What's going on with Panther Grove? Oh, they're building a new farm. Yeah, they're building a new farm, and I hope to work there one day. Oh, I guess, you know what, now looking at the videos, I think we can extend it out a little bit. Oh, that's bad voice correct. Yeah, the radiator kind of comes out like this. They got big radiators, that I cannot lie. Yeah, we should probably cover that up. Like, I don't know, we'll take like a... That'd be... Oh, perfect way to cover it up. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. Look at this. You know exactly what I'm gonna do. Perfect! That... You could barely even notice that. Hit that angle. Got it. And I'm pretty good at this. I'm pretty good at this. The exact model in picture. And that little rope down there is a little lift rope, and they take the rope and the rope kind of comes down and helps them move all their stuff up. But you ready for this? This is the biggest one in the world currently ever built. The largest wind turbine on Earth. The staggeringly large Vestas V23615. It is 236 meters wide in rotor, and it generates 15 megawatts. If it generated 50, oh my gosh, I would be cooked. This is a big boy. Again, this is a 1-to-1 ratio. I think I did pretty good. Even though the blades look a little bit jank on this, I did pretty good with what I had. You actually notice that, yeah, look, the curves on this side, the curve points to the left of the blade. So there's the curve, and there's the curve. By the way, when you coming down next time? Or I should say coming down, coming over, because, you know, you don't go north or west, you're going north or south, you go west. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. Boo. V172s. V164s. Oh, I love how I did this symbol right here. I did so good on these. V162s. We have a couple of these over our house. Now, not our house, but over by Champaign. Oh, there's the biggest one in the world, with the tallest turbine on Earth, with a staggering tip height of 808 feet. Ow. If you had to ask how many turbines are on this world, there's probably at least 200 of them. 150 to 200. I know there's at least 100. They're going into triple digits now. Can you believe I'm going to be probably working up in one of these things? Dude, making a Alstrom Halliade is going to be so odd. Another one. Okay. No. Build on other turbine. Got it. Oh, they make nuclear turbines too. Awesome. Alstrom Power. Alstrom SA. Oh, they're acquired. Okay, what's the next one? GE. And by the way, I don't care what anybody says. I use a lot of structure blocks. Look, a lot of the nacelles, if you trust me, as a person who researches these turbines, they're all essentially the same, just different looks and different rotors. So who cares? And by the way, this is my world, my rules. Eat it. The last one we left off with was the GE 3.6 130. Okay, so 3.6 130. Next is 3.6 137. The good thing is, I have a 137 rotor already built, so we just got to copy-paste the rotor. Okay, so, turbine shaft. The first one is 85 meters. Actually, first off, before I can do this, can I go for 4? Oh, I can build 4 across. I have enough space. 80, excuse me. 85. Here's an 85 meter tower. Make sure that they're aligned. So the middle. How long until stream end? I don't know. I'll play Satisfactory. If you've never watched it, Satisfactory is so fun. Alright, so we have 80 meters, and first of all, what does it look like? 3.6137. Yep. Okay. We got 3.6S. It's not gonna look. Is it got the ball hub, or is it got the opening hub? Please tell me it has the ball hub. I love the ball hub. It does have the ball hub. I love the ball hub. Okay, it's a very shitty picture, but here's what it looks like. It's got the ball hub. So now we need to go find the nacelle for it. The nacelle is like that one that kind of pokes out a little bit to the back. Let's see if we can find which one. It's not that one with that one metal ring on the back like this one, is it? Wait, hello, viewer. I think I already made 3.6S. Build a Sea Titan. I don't know if I'll build a Sea Titan, but I'll look it up for you. I think I'll put different answers. Let's see. So, I think I should have already built 3.6S because I'm going by megawattage instead of size. No, we haven't, but we're that's our next one after this one. So let me take a look at its hub or its nacelle. That's a cool nacelle right there. That's a pretty cool nacelle. I like how it's got that finned rotor intake. It looks like a hot rod. And it's got a cargo crate that it can lift up or down. It's most likely a modular unit like the Inventus series. That's an S. I've never seen one of those in real life. Yes, it is. It is one of those. I know which hub. I know what nacelle to choose now. Wait a second. I think I actually have instructions at the bottom of this page I have made for myself to actually do this. For 137. Oh, I don't have the nacelle though. I think I did like GE 1.4 or whatever. Oh, okay. We can start generating. Why you so? Why you upset? Obsessed? Is that what? I don't know. Honestly, as a guy on the spectrum, I just think I just have really weird likes. Oh, we got the right one. Look at that. This is the right nacelle. Damn, we got it right on the first guess. And that was number 4, too. So this is nacelle number 4 that I built. Okay, so now what relations do I have to do? So I have to go here. We're going to do a simulated one. So, this is the top. I forgot, or should I say, I forgore my, numbers. I forgore. Sorry, guys, I forgore. GE4. Put that in. So we need to go 1 up. And the good thing is I built an odd, so that should be... I know the X. Okay, the X we don't need to do anything with. It's just the Z. Maybe negative... I think it was negative 8 or something like that. Go through one, show me. Go through one and show you? Okay. It's not really that detailed, but if you go in here, you just climb up the ladder. You climb up a ladder, and these like are supposed to act as your stops. So in real life, you'll either have an elevator, usually both, elevator and a ladder. Also, there'll be cables and stuff going down here. Oh my gosh. Look at all of my lightning rods. They corroded after the update. Dude, this feels... I mean, this must be what it feels like to go through an actual wind turbine. Let's say, oh no, now all the shafts that have 80 meter... All the turbines have 80 meter shafts, not to go through them. I have to go through them I have to go through every one of them, I guess. Because I have to now wax them. Oh my gosh, how many more sections? Oh, I see the top. There it is, there's generator. Nothing really much to see in them. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go take my shower and play Satisfactory. I'm sorry for cutting it off short. I just love Satisfactory. I'll be back.